program that runs for 10 months. We start in the beginning of September and run till the end of June. We take on 18 students every year, and those students come from a wide range of backgrounds. Some of the students come to us straight out of high school, while some of the other students have already had some sort of post-secondary education, and some of them are in their second careers. And we get the odd student who just wants to spend a year doing some woodwork and learning how to build furniture.
I looked into the program, talked to Cam, talked to Ken, and I just thought this would be really an interesting change. It's sort of like, I don't know, my wife calls it a midlife crisis, you know. So I'm here doing woodwork. I've done it for years at the hobby, but never sort of this way and in a more sort of intense way. So this is really quite good.
Well, I've done visual arts before at the other campus, and I've always wanted to do something in art, but I found that I didn't want to be stuck doing something that would end up, I don't know, I don't want to end up hating what I'm doing, and because it's hard to make money as an artist, I think I wanted to do something a bit more marketable.
We have to go right from the first stage to going throughout the whole production paths and everything, so it's a big learning experience.
In the 10-month program, we start off with the basics, basic joinery. We will find some students come into the program with very little woodworking experience or none at all, whereas others come with quite a bit of experience. So the challenge for us is to adapt the program to the students so those who have a lot of experience don't get too bored and those who have no experience don't get too overwhelmed. So what we do is we start with the basics, and it's always been my experience in terms of the basics that I could take this program and probably learn a fair bit over the 10 months myself, even though I've been doing it for 30 odd years. And I find, which is one of the wonderful things about the program, is the students bring so much to the program that I do get to learn. So it's a really nice exchange of information that we have in the program.
The program starts in the beginning with just, you know, a bunch of different people coming in with all kinds of skills. Some are more artists and craftsmen or woodworkers. Some are more woodworkers than artists. And through the course of the program, we all learn how to use a variety of machines, and then really strong emphasis on design, and then looking at design, and then making what you design. We've learned how to make box joints, dovetails, mortise and tenon, you name it. We pretty much know the gamut of the joints.
So we start out with basic woodworking, and then we move on to some basic drafting skills. And as the program runs on, it gets into more and more complex areas. So we use manual drafting as well as computer-based drafting. We have a very large finishing component in the program. And the program culminates at the end of 10 months in the students designing their own seating, either a chair or a bench, and we have an exhibition to display that work.
It's nice having a small class. That's one thing I appreciate about being in a college as opposed to university. The teachers are really awesome, lots of hands-on, lots of attention, so you don't really ever feel too lost, which is good. So, yeah, and the projects are all, as far as our skill level or anything, they're all even enough that we all have a good time without getting anyone left too far behind.
Right now, the opportunities are better than ever. A lot of the cabinet shops and furniture shops don't have enough qualified people to work in their shops, so certainly they're searching for graduates of programs such as this. The boat building industry also phones us fairly regularly looking for employees for theirs as well. And the boat building industry loves our graduates because we don't just work in right angles. We use curves and compound angles, and that's an aspect of joinery that's probably the most difficult, and it's an aspect of joinery that's very important in the production and design of furniture. When they leave this program and go out the workforce, it often depends on what the particular student has in mind. So some students will leave and carry on to take an apprenticeship in benchwork and joinery, which is the wider part of the trade. So after they leave our program, they might pick up an apprenticeship at another shop. Some students feel confident enough after the program that they go out and start their own furniture making shops.
I graduated of the Fine Furniture Program, 1990, one of the early years of the program. And I started my business, Adler Fine Furniture, very shortly after that. and have been in the fine furniture business for 18 years. Through the years, I developed a good relationship with my clients and could work throughout BC and into the States. And eventually, 3 years ago, my partner John Lohr and myself looked at merging and forming the new company Live Edge Design. Live Edge Design is a very unique furniture company. We are on the leading edge of developing in the West Coast design, the new look, and we work with natural elements in wood and with a contemporary edge, a very machined and finely crafted workmanship. We're always looking for new employees, and Camosun College has some of the best available and trained people in the market.
When I graduated from Camosun, I really wanted to get into the field of custom furniture making, and it's been a dream of mine since I was in high school, working in the shop. And I guess once I graduated, I just went out, started looking for jobs, sent resumes places, and I found John, one of the owners here at Live Edge, and he hired me mostly because of my portfolio of the things I'd made at Camosun, and I've loved working for them ever since, and I've been able to work out in the shop as well as doing some of the design work here in the office, and I've been able to fulfill my dream of being able to make custom furniture and also doing the design, which I've always loved as well. The program really taught me the skills I really needed and refined all of those concepts that I learned in high school, brought them to a whole nother level, which brought me into the professional world.